Everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison. Okay, we're in a bit of disarray this morning. All the kind of floorboards are lifted everywhere around the kind of house and everything, so everything's up in arms, up in the air just now, but we're still doing a live. We're managing to get the live done. So hopefully everything is okay. I'm just going to make sure. I don't know if there's a bit echo in here as well because of floorboards, but we'll soon see. Now, I'm just going to check just to make sure we're live and everything's okay and up and running okay. I didn't give as much notice this morning as well, so I do apologise for that. So there should be some people coming in. Okay, we'll have a few people in just now, so I'm just going to jump over to the chat area and see. We've got Sean Dubbs is the first in this morning, Tim Gash is in, Marcus Jafari, Richard Cooper's in, Axel is in, B's in, Stephen King, Brundle25, G-Slick, Nicky Sheldrake is in the house as well. So good to see you all here. Thank you very much for joining me. As I said, everything's kind of up in the air just now. We're doing kind of major work in the flat just now. So if I could kind of show you, just as a bit of a state, can I show you? I don't know if I'll be able to show you. Right, one wee second. This is just the office. It's just in kind of disarray at the moment. So that's the office just now. But the rest of the house is even kind of worse. But it's all going to look good once it's all done. So it's all good. Okay, so we'll jump back. And what happened there? So we've got Honest Crypto Journey is in the house as well. And we've got a few other people coming in just now. Okay, so we're going to go over the markets. Overall, not looking good, unfortunately, because of the Bitfinex. Well, we're thinking it's because of the Bitfinex. We'll just get this out of the way. One sec. I'll take that off. Delete shot, and that should close that down. You need a green screen, Steve. I do. I've been thinking about a green screen for ages actually, and once the office is kind of all set up, I'm going to get that sorted. So I will get a green screen after, once we get all the work done, because it'll be a much bigger office as well. So yeah, good idea, G-Slick. Gordy Boy's in as well, and Jambi Kate is in as well. Good to see you. Okay, crypto bubbles. What's happening? This is over the last hour. You can see it's red. Apart from Dent, Dent is finally moving. It moved up from 12, 13 Satoshi. It's moved up to 16 Satoshi, 16, 17 Satoshi just now. But predominantly we're in the red just now. XTZ, Aurora, Dent, Maxmine, Wax, Aeon, Myota. They're kind of going against the grain. But we're down overall. So what's over the last 24 hours? We'll just look. Big reds in the last 24 hours. DGD down 12%, Nulls down 13%, NEO down 8%, WTC 12%, Orbs, Nano, Digitex is up 11%, which is good. Engine Coin down as well. So most of the alts are in the red just now, so it's not looking good. As a very red day just now. So that's crypto bubbles, and we'll just put it back to the hours, and we'll go back to that later on. Hopefully it turns green later on. We'll check the BTC chart out as well. Okay, overall what's happening? We've lost about $10 billion is what's happening really. So where are we just now? 170 billion, and remember just a couple of days ago we're up to $185 billion. So we've lost $15 billion on the week for the full market capitalization. Bitcoin dominance has gone up to 54.8%. Bitcoin price 5,280 aggregated price across all the exchanges. And we'll look at the Bitcoin chart after this. Digitex futures is up 9.59%. It's moved up to position number 74, which is brilliant. Dent has gone up 4.89%. Crypto.com CRO 3.91%. Then we've got the stable coins. Crypto.com has moved up as well. Stable. Binance Coin has moved up. And Maximine Coin has moved up very slightly. So about 7% in the green, 93% in the red. Nulls, Maker, Basic Attention Token, Digix DAO, OneChain, Nano Engine Coin, Ravane, Orbs, all down in double-digit reds. So not a good day. Not a good day overall. Okay, we'll just look at all of the markets just now, all of the cryptocurrencies. We have 2,135 cryptocurrencies on CoinMarketCap, up 4 from yesterday. And we'll just look at, this is all of them, and we'll just look at the ones I've done over 100k in volume. And we'll see where the tops is. From there, and this is, as I said, this is where we can find some hidden gems if we kind of look closely enough. So over 100, WAB network is up 71% over the last 24 hours and 230% over the last 7 days with 130,000 volume. Market cap is only 1.1 million. So WAB network, that's been up a couple of times now. So maybe one to keep an eye on. We'll go down the list and look at the market cap. Elysian, 201,000 with 101,000 volume, up 16%, 31% on the week. That might be a good one to look out for as well. What's the other ones? Dimcoin, 149,000 volume, up 12%. We'll just go to 10k. There'll be others at 10k that are much higher, but I like 100k. Looking at 100k seems to be better. 100k volume seems to be better than looking at 10k volume. Now we'll try that. So IceChain down 72%, Zedper up 195%, Electrum Dark up 165%, Nubits up 106%, BlockLogic up 94%. That's on 20,000 volume, 371,000. So you see the market cap is smaller than these. Eunomia is up. That's hard to say that. Up 88% and 114,000 market cap with 21,000 volume. So it might be worth looking at some of those as well. Okay, we'll look at some of the smaller coins we've been looking at. As we said, Digitex Futures is up again. We've got a story about Adam as well, Adam Todd, the CEO of Digitex. So Digitex kind of took a dive down, well, it didn't take a dive, it went down to 1,500 Satoshi, and it's now gone back up to 1,788 Satoshi. So up a good 10-20% from its low there. So climbing back up, hopefully towards the 2,700 level, to its all-time high. So everybody's just waiting on this exchange coming out, and Adam Todd has kind of come out in a news story as well. In an interview, he was at saying he wants to crush BitMEX. That's his kind of goal there, to crush BitMEX. So we'll look at that later on. Just nip back to chat, see who else is in. We have Steve. You went all Al Jolson on us. Ah, dark. Shit. Audio only. Have we got it now? Don't know what happened there. Right, that's it now. Right, I do apologise. Right, we're back. Okay, so we were looking at, I don't know when it went black there, why it went black, but we're back now, hopefully. Everything's up and running. We can see Stephen back in the room. That's it back. Excellent. Nightmare. Okay. 3, 2, 1, you're back in the room. You have to start over. No. So this was Crypto Bubbles. If you didn't see Crypto Bubbles, actually it's changed. It's just literally changed because it was all red, so it was good. That's changed, so it was all red. It's gone back green again. So it kind of might be flipping. So that might mean that Bitcoin is going back up again. Digitex was up a good percentage. It's down just now. Is this on the last hour? Yep. So daily you can see it's red. Hourly you can see it's just turned green again. So we're starting to move back up again. But we'll look at the Bitcoin chart. 5,154. So it dropped a massive $503. in the space. This was last night between 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock. It kind of went back up again, but it's kind of starting to go back down, 5,154. And this was on the news that Tether, Bitfinex bombshell tanks Bitcoin and other top cryptocurrencies. So the cryptocurrency market lost a whopping 10 billion in a snap after it was revealed that cryptocurrency exchange Bitfinex masked its missing funds with the help of its Tether reserves. Bitcoin and major altcoins are currently in the red. So on April the 25th, New York Attorney General Letitia James revealed that the exchange at Bitfinex lost a startling 850 million that were handled to payment processor Crypto Capital and covered the loss with its Tether reserves. James claims that she obtained a court order that requires iFinex, the Hong Kong headquartered company that owns Bitfinex, to stop transferring USDT funds to the exchange's bank account. And this is Bitfinex's response. Bitfinex swiftly issued a statement calling the AG's decision a gross overreach. The embattled exchange is planning to fight the court order. The 850 million that was allegedly replaced by Tether was never permanently lost. Bitfinex states they are currently working to get back their seized and safeguarded funds from Crypto Capital. So Bitfinex and Tether have been fully cooperative with the New York Attorney General's office, as both companies are with all regulators. The New York Attorney General's office should focus its efforts on trying to aid and support our recovery efforts, Bitfinex claims in its statement. So they've issued a statement as well. So it's another controversy in the crypto space just now. One we can do without, one bad timing. It's never going to be good timing for it, but it was bad timing, especially because Bitcoin was got on its way up, hopefully to $6,000, but that's kind of put a stop to that just now. So Bitcoin 5,155 on that news as well. Can we go back up? Can we recover from this? Or is this the start? Could this be the trigger for the start of another downturn for Bitcoin? We just don't know. This is on the hourly chart. We'll just look on the daily. It doesn't look that bad on the daily when you look on the daily chart. It doesn't look that bad. So we'll need to wait and see. Hopefully this is not a trigger. If we can stay above that 5,000 level. But if we go below that, this could very well be the trigger that kind of not kills Bitcoin, but stops the momentum that Bitcoin had. So not good timing at all, unfortunately. Juan Antonio, smash the likes. Yeah, hit the likes, everybody. Just go down that like button. Bitcoin Novice, have to catch a live show finally. Hi from Perth. Good to see you, buddy. Kig is in the house this morning, even with audio only. Still great to tune in. Gene, thanks very much, mate. I don't know how long I was on, just audio only. Studio 10, good morning to you. I haven't seen you for a while. Good to see you. Crypto Dread is in. Crypto Don Juan is in. Sergei Dobriansky. I'll say that. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. Nick Smith. Slim Shady. Tim Gash. That's the others that have joined us as well. But obviously that's when I was on radio only. Just radio gaga. Okay. So we'll look at some of, that's what we were looking at before. We'll look at some of the smaller caps that we're looking at. A lot of them will have fallen. Digitex is up. BAB, we'll look at BAB as well. We'll look at Ethereum. 112, it's never changed since yesterday. Thankfully it's not gone down as much. BPT. We'll look at that's kind of fallen big time. Well, it's not big time. 1765, I suppose it is. It's lost more than 50% over the last couple of weeks. So that has fallen. It's kind of come back up. So 1765 for Blockport, which we'll like as well. For the other ones we're watching, Metamorph, watching as well. That's down to 87, unfortunately. Sol Phantasma, we're kind of looking at keeping an eye on that. That's down to 865. One I've been looking at as well, and a couple of people have mentioned it now, is Travala. Quite like the look of Travala. 2748. So that's kind of gone up over the last couple of weeks. And we're talking microcaps here, under 5 million. I don't know the official version of what microcap is, but we'll say under 5 million market capitalization. Another one I was looking at, but I don't know if it's Ether.Inc. I don't know if it's viable or not, but I've been looking at Ether.Inc. as well. That's kind of way down to its all-time low as well. Well, the others, BitDegree, that's probably way down as well. 49 Satoshi, yep, all-time low. So I think there's going to be another wee downturn, but hopefully it can recover quickly. If it doesn't recover quickly, then we could be scuppered, and this could be the trigger for the whole market. And that's why I'm going back to Bitcoin just now. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that over the weekend. If it doesn't recover quickly and doesn't bounce from here and it goes below $5,000, it's not looking good. So it could be on for a short on Bitcoin, but dangerous to do that as well. David Clayton is in the house. Good to see you. Good to get all this bad news out of the way before May. Yes, Nick Smith, BTC to 3,800 before the bulls are back in my unpopular opinion. Not unpopular, it's just nobody wants it, which I suppose that means it's unpopular, but you're not unpopular. But Gene Dent finally got some volume. Yes, I've seen that as well. So just have a look at the Dent chart. BTC finally started moving. It's back to 15 Satoshi. So we'll go back to kind of Binance just now. We'll look on Binance, see what's happening there. 1516 Satoshi. It could go back down as quick as it went up. So we'll see. But it did get to 17 Satoshi, which is good for Dent, and any Dent holders could either get out or stay in it. But just a wee bit of good news for them. But big sales, 10 million sell, 4 million, 16 million, 13 million, 10 million buy. 86 million buy as well, so some big buys coming in as well. It's good to see. Well, the ones are up. Vibe is up 9.8%. It came back down since, but it did go up 50%. It spiked up 50% for Vibe. That's obviously, we'll look on the hourly, see when that kind of spiked up. Spiked up yesterday at 6 o'clock. That was a big spike for Vibe. BTT finally moving as well. I think it'd probably be only 1 Satoshi, I would imagine. Yeah. Looks like a Satoshi move, 1 Satoshi move. But the buys and sales are coming up on a par, which is good. PundiX moved as well. All the small alts. Moved from 11.12 to 12.13. Everex. I think we were looking at that yesterday as well. That's starting to move back up as well. That could be a good one to bounce back up. 1901 per theta, that could be another good one to bounce back up. Hot could be another good one to bounce back up. It did get up to 30 last week. So it could be another good one. So there's not that many, there's only one page in green. On Binance, what about the big losers? AST gone down even more. AST could be a good move to get back in on actually. Because that kind of spiked up big time to 1182. So it's lost almost all of that. So it's nearly 100% retracement for that. In fact, it is, so it could bounce from here. Could bounce quite hard from here, so it could be a good one to look at. Seller down even more to 222. Cannot believe that. Unbelievable. Look at the hourly. Just when you think it's going to bounce back up, and there's been about 3 or 4 occasions, so what I'm looking at just now with Seller is just to kind of stay out just now and look at the kind of hourly chart and see when it crosses over. It hasn't crossed over on the hourly for a while. I think the last time it crossed was the 22nd. I say a while, I'm talking about short-term trading. but yeah, it's been up and down there. So yeah, I'll be looking at the hourly chart and see if there's a crossover. When there's a crossover for seller network on the hourly chart for the 70 EMA crossing over the 50 EMA, then it could be a buy. But we've had kind of false signals here a couple of times. I'm just going to look here. False signals of 525. Then again about 365, I think. There was another false signal before it broke down again. So you just never know with seller just now. But there has to be a bottom somewhere. And it's lost about 10 million market cap, seller network. And looking into it, looks to be a good project. So definitely worth keeping an eye on that. Just to see, because it's going to bounce at some point, but you would stay out just now. Just look at the hourly chart for the crossover. If you're in it just now, it's just a hold. Just hold it until, I don't know, sometime the end of this year, next year or something. But it's down 61%. It just came to the market only a few weeks ago, and it's down 61% already. So not a good sign. So I've been in and out of seller a couple of times, and it's just worth staying out just now, I'd say. So that was the Tether news. It's kind of rocked the whole market. Then we'll go back to the news. That's Real has kind of rocked the whole market, and it's just a bit of a nightmare just now. Was there anything to add to that? No, that was it. With regards to the Tether Bitfinex news. Let's go back to the chat. Steve, what do you think about WAN? And those prices I think is a steal, but no one talking about it. Perhaps it's just me. See, that's a good thing. And I spoke about this yesterday or the day before about WAN being a good opportunity to buy. And it could be even better now that they also have kind of gone down. So we'll just have a look and see where it's gone. Yeah, definitely. This to me for OneChain, if we look at OneChain just now, just have a quick look. 36 million. Small cap. It has been up to nearly $1 billion, which, well, the price has been up to $9.32. But if we look at the Satoshi value, that's probably the best thing to do. Satoshi value has been at 98,000. It's now 6,589. So 15 times where it is today it has been at. So I think OneChain represents a brilliant opportunity. We'll just click on the website. So this is looking to be an ecosystem for the financial services, OneChain. And I don't know if they've changed because I've not looked into it. Recently, cross-chain transactions with Bitcoin, Ethereum, ERC20 tokens. OneChain 3.0 is live. Products. Just look at OneChain's vision. Bitcoin is the first blah 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 new opportunity with blockchain finance platform will not only unlock opportunities for blockchain companies but also for traditional financial institutions, building bridges to the new digital economy. So this is all about the kind of financial infrastructure that they're looking to create and an ecosystem for that financial infrastructure. But they've got so much more going on, and it seems complicated just now, but if you look into it, you just think this actually could be really good. OneChain. So I think at these prices, brilliant. I think it's a brilliant opportunity. Now, if you're talking that the market capitalization just now is 36 million, 27 million was it? What did we say it was? For OneChain, 36 million. So, and it has been up to nearly $1 billion. So you're talking about 30x? Nearly 30x. It has, yeah, 30x from here to get to its all-time high, and obviously fundamentally it's changed so much just now since it kind of was first released, and I think this could be really, really big, OneChain, and it's only a market cap of 36 million. It's not micro cap, but it's a small cap. For me, it's a small cap. But if this 10x's, it only goes to 360 million. If 100x's, it goes to 3.6 billion from there, which, if it's going to be $1 trillion kind of dollar cryptocurrency, the cryptosphere is going to be $1 trillion, then 3.6 billion is going to be nothing. If we think about it. I'm just going to go back, see if I can do this. I don't know if we can do it. We used to be able to. tools. So looking at the crypto and the historical snapshots, and I want to show you, we'll go to 2017, we'll go to 2018, with January the 7th. So we want to look at the market caps. Look at how many market caps were in the billions. And there was, the number of coins in billions was 43. And this is when Bitcoin was at 276 billion, the market cap for it. Now, when you think Bitcoin is going to go to $1 trillion, it's going to go to $1 trillion at some point. Don't know if it's going to be this year or kind of 2020 when it's going to be, but it's going to be soon. And you think it's going to be $1 trillion, then this, so that's 5x. So all these are going to 5x as well. Kind of thinking about it from logical point of view. So 5x would be 200 million. So 200 million, there would have been about 150 in the $1 billion range. That's the point I'm trying to make. So for OneChain, this is the whole kind of point of it. For OneChain to get to 3.5 billion, it's not inconceivable. And so 100x from here for the market capitalization is not inconceivable. So I think that could actually happen for OneChain. It's one of those ones that looks really, really good for the future. So that's it on OneChain. Sorry, I kind of went on a bit about that, Nick, but hopefully that answers your question. Devinder Singh, good morning. What a load of bonkers. It's typical, as soon as Bitcoin starts to go up, the US will do anything to keep it down because they've not got their shit together and don't want to get left behind. Yes, enough said about that. Aloysius is in, good morning to you. What about Nulls? Nulls looks good as well for the future, definitely. Nulls, we'll just look at down as well. And where is that in the kind of ecosystem? Nulls. Let's have a look. We're at 91, at 51 million market capitalization as well. So again, Nulls is a really good one with a good project, good use case, good team as well. So this could do really, really well in the future as well. 313 million it has been as high as, which is 6 times from where it is just now. So if you're looking for another one that could do really well, Nulls is never really fulfilled its potential. Yeah, it's never really fulfilled the promises kind of had, but I think Nulls could be a really good one as well. If you want to kind of put money in that and just leave it for a couple of years, it could be a good one. CHX, is that Chainium? Now, who was speaking about that? Yeah, I think it was Alex420 and Crypto Don Juan, and possibly James, our very own James as well, our admin James. So market cap of 11 million. It's not Chainium on its own, but I think, was it called Chainium before? Volume is 1.5 million, which is brilliant. Circulating supply is 78 million, total supply 168 million. So it's about 40% of its total supply just now. The only thing I don't like is, obviously, it's gone up 10x already in the last couple of months. But there's ones that went up 5,000 kind of percent, which is 50x, I know, but it doesn't mean to say it's not going to go up. But yeah, if we're looking at this, it could be good, but I've never looked deeply into it, to be honest, but I know a lot of people have spoken about it. EXRN, never looked at them for ages. I've got about 5 million of them, but I haven't looked at them for ages, to be honest. That's Bitcoin Novice. Electronium, and that's Aloysius. Again, I don't know why, I've never got into it. I've never looked at it. It could be really big. A lot of people hold it, a lot of people talk about it. It's just not one I've been totally interested in. Could this be the weekend for XRP? XRP, I'm dreading to look at XRP and Cardano. They're for the long term anyway, so I don't look at them all the time. So XRP 5573, it's actually gone up slightly. So it did get down to 5361. So Cardano, I bagged a wee bit more Cardano as well, and just saving them up for the future. 1307. So actually not that far down from where I bought them. I think I bought them at 1328. So not that bad actually. So when I kept on going down, I thought, okay, time to bag some more Cardano and just accumulate and accumulate and accumulate. So I've accumulated a fair bit of Cardano and XRP. That's the ones I'm accumulating just now, and trading kind of other ones. And I've got long-term ones as well, the smaller ones like Howdo as well. Haven't looked at Howdo as well. Howdo, how are they doing? How do you do? 281 Satoshi just now. Doing well. Doing well. They should be coming out very soon with the platform. So looking forward to that. So it's holding up well. So I need to wait and see what happens with that. Keg, thank you very much for the $5 donation. Really appreciate that, mate. Thanks, Steve, for the content. My pleasure. Thank you for your support. As always, really appreciate it. Tim Gash, fun at 96 sats is my buy of the morning. This is one of my long-term holds. Yeah, there's just some brilliant, amazing kind of opportunities. Funfair Bitcoin, definitely one of them. 96 as well, all-time low. It's got support here. This is the support. If it breaks down below that support, that's the only thing. It could go lower than this. So this is the long-term support for fun, but if it breaks below that, Tim, it could go lower. But if you're holding it long-term, doesn't matter. This is another one that could 10x, 100x easily and kind of still not make a big, huge dent on its market cap. So it's 33 million just now, 10x, 330 million, 100x, 3.3 billion. Where has it been before? It's nearly been up to a billion, 790 million. For Funfair at one point. Okay, we'll go on to look at the news. What else is in the news? So we'll look to the Tether Bitfinex bombshell that's kind of tanked kind of Bitcoin, all the rest of the crypto market. Ripple reports 31% increase in firm's quarterly XRP sales. And I have to thank you to Rob, one of our admins, Adeb, our admin, and James, one of our admins as well, for the news stories and kind of what I've been looking at, CryptoCompare.com as well and CryptoPanic.com. So thank you very much to all the admins for the news stories as well. Really appreciate it. So this is Ripple. Ripple sold $169 million worth of XRP in Q1 2019, up over 31% from the preceding quarter, and the company's latest quarterly XRP market report revealed on April the 24th, which was 2 days ago. While the 169 million figure represents a 31% increase in comparison with 129 million in Q4, Ripple's institutional direct sales figure saw an even greater uptick. This quarter, the firm reported 61.93 million for such sales, up over 54% from 40.15 million in Q4. So the report further details that XRP's volatility or daily returns in Q1 was 2.9%, making Q1 the reportedly second lowest volatility quarter since Q4 in 2013. In terms of XRP's rolling volatility of 30-day returns, the report outlines that it steadily declined over the course of the quarter, eventually falling to its reportedly lowest level since Q3 2016. And in other XRP news, Ripple reveals that 19 further crypto exchanges listed the asset in Q1 2019, reportedly bringing the total number of exchanges listing XRP worldwide to roughly 120. And Ripple also reports its cross-border payments network, RippleNet, surpassed 200 customers at the start of the new quarter and heralded its participation of a further 13 financial institutions. So that's Ripple, and obviously we've got another kind of Ripple story there as well. There was another one, I don't know if this is it. Yeah, there was another one. So this was kind of just talking about the same kind of thing. Ripple reveals crucial 54% sales spike with institutions buying XRP. Ripple exec touts companies' partnerships. So this is about Ripple Labs and the kind of partnership it's had. But there's one kind of piece of this as well. 1 second. that we have to kind of share as well. I have to kind of look at. So while XRP is faster than the vast majority of cryptocurrencies, it's not the fastest token in the race. Underlying tech is very similar to Stellar, Ladke admitted. So yes, we are in close competition with them. So Stellar is in close competition with XRP. We know that anyway, but could Stellar do something as well? Is it worth looking at Stellar as well? And kind of hedging your bets with XRP, with Stellar as well. So where is Stellar Lumens? So 1.8 billion for Stellar Lumens, ranked number 9. We kind of know that as well. 164, 1876. So that's up a great deal as well. It has been as high as 15 billion, the market cap. In January, we kind of looked at that, at 15 billion for Stellar, but down to 1.8 billion. And compared to XRP, we'll just go to XRP is 12 billion at the moment, and Stellar is 1.8 billion. So if you think one of them is who's going to win the race, or could somebody new come in and do the kind of remittances and do stuff like that as well, and capture that market? It looks like, to me, it just looks like kind of XRP all the way, but Stellar is obviously going to capture that market as well. And it doesn't mean to say there can't be 2 people in the competition, or even 3 or 4 or 10 or 20, because competition is good as well. So it keeps Ripple on its toes, with the likes of Stellar kind of close behind it. So it keeps them on its toes and tries to figure out new ways to make it even better and even more kind of juicy for the institutions as well. Okay, so that was Ripple. Yelp, this is kind of big as well. This is a new story. Nobody's really reported this, I don't think. Yelp accepts cryptocurrency tag could be a win for mass adoption. So, you know, when you go into Yelp, I never use Yelp. When you go into Yelp and you can kind of add tags or put tags on, or look for tags, and you type in accepts cryptocurrency, you'll find all the kind of businesses that accept cryptocurrency. And a business, if you're putting your business on Yelp, you can now put as a tag accept cryptocurrency now as well. So that is a big thing, or this could be a big thing as well for people looking for that as well. So Yelp introduced a new search tag that allows users to tag and search vendors who accept cryptocurrency for payment. The tag is labelled accepts cryptocurrency, and when applied, only merchants who accept crypto payments are shown in a particular region. And Yelp.com boasts over 100 million business reviews and is the 40th most visited website in the US according to Alexa. So this is for mass adoption again. So we're looking for mass adoption. We've not hit that tipping point yet. We're nowhere near the tipping point. If it was on a seesaw, we'd still be in the bottom kind of quarter of the seesaw. We need to get to kind of up to nearly that kind of 100%, so it starts to tip the balance. We're not there yet. We're not there yet, but this does help with that. So Yelp, which has more than 30 million unique monthly visitors across its mobile application website, so that's a big stat to have. And the new accepts cryptocurrency tag potentially brings more exposure and awareness to crypto by portraying it as a bona fide mainstream payment adoption. So what happens here, we have to think about the psychology of this. So when people are watching the news, they're hearing about Bitcoin, that's kind of one piece of information. When they go into a website like Yelp and they see kind of accepts cryptocurrency, or they talk about accepts Bitcoin, or kind of see business reviews and it says I paid for this with Bitcoin or stuff, as more information has been fed into the subconscious mind of people, and it becomes established then. So it's not just a thing, it's not just a kind of thing that nobody's really talking about, or some kind of weirdos are talking about, weirdos like us, they're talking about making money from, but it's becoming part of the mainstream popular culture and embedded within the kind of subconscious of the popular kind of mainstream, of the mainstream, not the popular mainstream, but just the mainstream. So this is what it does. I'm not saying this is a big, huge thing in and of itself, but collectively is a big thing. If we add it to the collective things that are kind of going on just now. So it says the new option appears to be a limited release by the company, although there are allegedly images of Yelp offering an accepts cryptocurrency filter on some iOS devices as well. So as crypto continues, this is what I was saying, as crypto continues to struggle with large-scale adoption, it's increasingly important that more businesses like Yelp openly embrace it as a recognised form of payment. Okay, other news stories as well. We've got Payments firm Wirex launching 26 stablecoins on the Stellar blockchain. This is good news for Stellar. We're just talking about them as well. So payments platform Wirex is launching 26 stablecoins on Stellar blockchain network. We've seen this yesterday. So the UK-based firm announced the news on Thursday, saying that the stablecoins will be backed by fiat currencies, including the US dollar, euro, the British pound, Hong Kong dollar, Singapore dollar. And the stablecoins can also be instantly converted to other stablecoins at over-the-counter rates. Wirex is really good. If you've not used the Wirex, I've got a Wirex card. I've used it, like it, and I think it's really good. And I buy using my Wirex card as well. The firm said, adding that the new crypto offerings could have use cases in remittances, token issuance and redemption, and merchant settlements. The Stellar network was chosen over other blockchains because of its better security and scalability features, as well as lower cost for real-time transactions. The firm will also add Stellar's native token, Lumens XLM, to its platform. Good news for Stellar, and big news for them as well. Okay, top 10 cryptocurrency exchanges with the lowest fees. We know Binance is at the top there. OKX, which I've never really used before. Huobi, haven't really used as well. Bithumb, Bitfinex, not good. Xena Exchange, HitBTC, BitZ, and Buybox are the top 10 exchanges for the lowest fees. I haven't really used a lot of them, to be honest. Registered with them, but haven't used them. I don't trust a lot, and I have to say I do trust Binance. When I'm making transactions, I have no fear that something's going to happen. But the ones they use, Bittrex, I like Bittrex as well, but I haven't traded on that for a while. KuCoin, I like KuCoin as well. So a lot of exchanges. That's the top 10 though, and I'll post all the links for you in the comments down below after the video. US SEC issues fresh investor alert against fraudulent digital assets trading sites. So this is the Securities and Exchange Commission and the Commodity Futures Trading Commission have jointly issued an alert warning investors against fraudulent websites purporting to operate advisory and trading businesses. This was published on April the 24th, and the warning states that staff from both agencies have recently observed crypto-related investment scams where bad actors are touting digital asset or cryptocurrency advisory and trading businesses, in some cases claiming they can invest clients' funds in special crypto trading systems or purported mining farms. As reported earlier today, the agency's joint alert comes following the 13-count indictment of 2 men for allegedly operating a scam Bitcoin investment scheme which promised zero risk returns of as high as 50%. So it's just to say, be careful out there as well. I think we're a wee bit more savvy than most, but just be careful as well. Iran unveils first Bitcoin ATM. So this is kind of the first Bitcoin ATM. We're totally ready to provide the public with this machine, but we're looking for its regulatory context, with which some agreements are supposed to happen for this field, and people will be able to use it, and we are negotiating in this respect. That's what they've said there as well. So this is Iran's first Bitcoin ATM. Adam Todd, CEO of the upcoming zero commission cryptocurrency futures trading platform Digitex, admit that he admires BitMEX and that really wants to take them down. Moreover, he also says that the cryptocurrency market has bottomed and has been well oversold. So this is in an interview with EAK Digital, and he's actually good, this interview. He's interviewed quite a few people at the kind of various events around the world, and he's actually really good. What else does he say? Todd also said that he feels there's so much interest and so much need for something like Digitex to come along as an alternative to BitMEX, because the latter is just a milking machine, and the time of which is up. So totally agree with that. BitMEX, bit of a nightmare, but Digitex is looking to kind of just blast them out of the water, and I hope they do it. I can't wait to see the new exchange, and we've had some look at the exchange, so we'll see what happens with that. That's not really a story I want to talk about. This was from Reddit as well. I earned 1 BAT yesterday. To me, that's like making an extra $10, since I fundamentally believe BAT will cross the $10 threshold in the not so distant future. If I do this daily for a year, my future self will have 3,650 annually to give to content creators, FOMO activated. and this was from the Matthews 14 hours ago. And this comes on the back of the news that Brave, and I'll just show you this just now and see what I've earned. Brave browser, and we'll look at Brave, about Brave, see how much I've earned yesterday. So Brave rewards, this is just for browsing. So 0.45 BAT I earned yesterday. I wasn't doing all that much because I was kind of decorating as well, so I wasn't surfing that much. This was just yesterday morning when I was doing the live. So in 0.45 BAT, and plus I've earned, I think it's about £30 worth doing other things as well so far. But just for looking at ads or allowing ads to be shown, you can earn BAT rewards. So I think BAT is going to be really big for the future. I'm just going to see where they are just now. Rank number 22, 465 million. It is high for me, but yeah, offers all-time high 864 million, so double, 2 times from where it is just now. But I still think it could be really big. Could it go to $10? Was that 30x from here? Yeah, it could. 30x would be 12 billion. It could well do that. More and more people are using the Brave browser. So yeah, I've been earning BAT for a while now. Bitcoin broke 400k transactions yesterday, April 24th, now ranks 8th on all-time transactions per day for Bitcoin, which is good news. And this Binance has around 10 million registered users and will market the chain aggressively to them. The Binance email list may be the best distribution channel in crypto right now. With a 1% conversion rate on an email blast, they will have the most used chain at launch. This is from James RT, or J. Ross Treacher. I'm talking about Binance and the new Binance chain as well, and talking about the marketing that Binance could do as well with their email list. And that's the news. That is the news for today. And we'll just go back and take me back 2 years when I picked any top 10 coin and made 5x within a day. Anyone got a time machine? Yeah, that would be good. These times will come again. Be patient. Yes, they will. I do think they will come again. King 1969 Larson is in the house. Good morning to you. Wirex has a lot of problems, so the customer support gets much better because it stinks just now. I've never had a problem with Wirex, although I've never had to report anything major to Wirex, I don't think, so I don't know what the customer service is like. What's the difference between a Nano S and a Nano X? I use Nano S. I just think it's an upgraded one. I don't know, to be honest. I need to look at that and look on Amazon and just see what the difference is. Keg, thanks again, Steve. I've got to get a building to knock down. Got a building to knock down. Excellent. It was good to see you, and thanks again for the donation, Keg. Really appreciate it. Aloysius, Steve, what's your thoughts on Cobb, the coin, and the exchange? Sold last bit of Metum and buying Cobb. Don't know Cobb. Oh, Cobb and Hood, sorry. I don't know it. I've never used it, never looked at it. Well, I did it when very first, ages ago. But no, I haven't looked at it for ages and ages. I can't remember when it was. Up to 488 million, 100 times off from where it was. Obviously, there's so much competition in the exchange market just now. So I don't know, to be honest. So you've sold Metamorph to get into Cobb for any particular reason? Was it a piece of news or something? What was it that kind of got you into that, Aloysius? How safe is BAT though? I wanted to start using them right in the beginning, but so damn scared. And Jam McKay, Steve, quick one on Kin token swap. I'll just have a look at Kin for just now. Kin, we're better looking at Ethereum. I've gone up to 30 Gui. So they're staying relatively stable, which is good to see for Kin, because it did get down to 16, 15, 16, and they're up to, they kind of went up 100%. But obviously they've been much higher than that as well, 125, but not that much higher, and I still think they could do extremely well. The token swap, obviously a lot of people are kind of not having issues, but they're still asking about it. I think they're just afraid, not afraid, but just a bit wary of kind of doing the token swap. But they've got the token swap, how to do it on the Medium site. So go on, if you want to do that, kind of have a look at Medium as well. Anyone else holding BTT or Dent? Gene, I know you were kind of holding Dent. I seen your message this morning in the premium group. Yeah, so that's kind of gone up. I don't know. Has it gone back down again? Yeah, it has gone back down to 15. Is it 14.15? Yeah, 14.15. BNB is up, which tends to kind of happen when Bitcoin goes down. So it's doing well, BNB. NanoX connects to your phone via Bluetooth. Brilliant, Tim. Thanks for that. Slim Shady, NanoX supports around 200 applications. Too long response time. Look at Wirex on Twitter. Many unsatisfied customers. Ah, right, okay. I love Kin. A lot going on. Yeah, there is a lot going on with Kin, and I do believe in it for the long term as well. Aloysius, no, just been holding some COB for a while and look at the all-time high. Decided to go with COB instead. Excellent, good. I just wondered if there was any kind of news or something that came out. Steve, can you add Google Authenticator to BAT? You talking about the Brave browser or what? And adding it to BAT itself? I don't know, Gordy boy. I don't know if you're talking about the Brave browser. I've never had an issue with Wirex. I've never had an issue with Wirex either, to be honest. But I think that is it. We've done everything. We've looked at the news. We'll go back to Crypto Bubbles, see what Crypto Bubbles is green. Is pretend is predominantly green just now. So we're coming up again, which is good to see. Though we're still one page of greens on Binance. And this is just a kind of indicator. It's not precise or anything, but it's a good indicator. So we're green just now, so maybe we're coming back up. I'll just have a look. So if we look at it on the daily, the drop doesn't seem that much. If we look on the daily, it's one big red candle. But we've had that before. If we look back to February, we had a big drop from 4,192 to 3,723, which is just as big a drop percentage-wise, I believe. 11.32%. And from here, yeah, so about the same kind of drop. And then it went back up from 3,729 to where it is just now. So it went up nearly $2,000. So is it going to do the same just now? So we don't know. So it's going to be an interesting weekend for sure in the crypto space. So we need to wait and see kind of what happens there at the weekend. Hopefully we can go up, and we're going to start to see the alts going back up as well. Cheers guys, I'm sold. NanoX getting bought this weekend. Gene, another brilliant show. Stephen, cheers mate. Thank you Gene for all your support, really appreciate you mate. Got to buy the authenticator for the code to access Binance. Oh, I thought you were talking about BAT. I still don't know what you're kind of talking about to get the Google Authenticator to access BAT. But you can use Google Authenticator on most things. So I don't know what you mean by accessing for BAT. Right, okay, I'm going to leave it there for just now. Hopefully you'll have a brilliant weekend, whatever you're doing over the weekend. I'm going to be decorating more this weekend, starting now, just right after the show. No, I'm not. I've got a live to do after this on Facebook, so I'll be doing that as well. So yeah, I'll be doing kind of decorating as well. I'll be doing all weekend. So until the next time, have a brilliant weekend, have a brilliant day today. Until next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them. Because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.